news you can trust to build a better Bay Area.
Some news about insurance. The state is expected to make a decision affecting millions of California policyholders this week whether to grant State Farm's request for a massive rate hike.
And it comes amid controversy surrounding a leaked undercover video of a now fired State Farm executive.
Yeah, 7 on your side, Stephanie Sierra is here with the very latest on this. Stephanie.
Yeah, well, it's a mess on both sides here. The timing of this could not have been worse for State Farm, as California's insurance commissioner weighs whether to grant the company's request to raise rates as high as 38% in the wake of the Los Angeles County wildfires.
In a leaked, edited, undercover video obtained and posted by conservative O'Keefe Media Group, Hayden Kirkpatrick, the now fired Vice President of Innovation and Venture Capital at State Farm, spoke openly about the victims of the Palisades fire and residents of the Bay Area.
Like in Marin County in Northern California, or some of the fringe areas like where the Palisades are, there should never be houses built anymore. Like, people want to be built in areas where there are like natural areas around them for their ego.
Kirkpatrick told the New York Times this footage was filmed during a Tinder date. The clips are spliced up, potentially leaving out critical context. And we should note the conservative outlet that published it is founded by James O'Keefe. He's the former CEO of Project Veritas, a far-right activist group that's reportedly been subject to lawsuits over publishing undercover content criticized as misleading. With that said, the clip is highly controversial given State Farm continues dropping policies. The person recording asked this question related to that.
It seems like it's all, I don't know, orchestrated.
I mean, it kind of is, but not in the way that you would think. Our people look at this and say, we've got like maybe $5 billion that we're short if something happens.
Kirkpatrick also mentioned the recent meeting between the California Department of Insurance and State Farm execs. But the state told 7 on Your Side he was not present at that meeting.
We'll go to the Department of Insurance and say, we're overexposed here. You have to let us catch up our rating. And they'll say, because the Department of Insurance and the insurance commissioner is an elected position. He'll say, nah.
I think it's shocking. Clearly the executive didn't realize he was being taped.
Consumer Watchdog sent a letter to the commissioner calling the remarks more evidence as to why policy cancellations are being wielded as a strategic bargaining tool. Meanwhile, after firing Kirkpatrick, State Farm denies all his claims, saying they're inaccurate and in no way represent the views of State Farm and do not reflect our position regarding the victims of this tragedy.
And if it's not the nail in the coffin for the rate hike, I think Ricardo Lara is going to be looking at a nail in his coffin.
Now, in response to all this, the California Department of Insurance told us, quote, "We want answers from State Farm. This only raises more questions." And I should note, even if this emergency rate hike is approved, State Farm CFO has already told the commissioner the company will not be doing more business across the state, and that affects 2.8 million policyholders.
A lot of people. All right. Thanks, Steph.
Of course.